Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. In this video, I will be speaking about USDJPY. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, so the COT data, so essentially what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing and how they're moving their orders. And by the end of the video, by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality free trading education. So without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. Starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which at the moment is testing a quite important structure level. This zone, in fact, was already acting as resistance here, preceding all this move to the downside. Again, was tested here as resistance and the market rejected it to the downside. And now the market has just broken above this level. So all this previous resistance is now turned support here. The market is testing it as new support because previous resistance after it's broken to the upside becomes support. And from here, we could expect more bullish continuation to be created away from this level. We can also notice that strictly from a pattern perspective, we have a very clear impulse followed by a correction. And in general, after an impulse, if you want to measure the correction, what you have to do is take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse leg. And if we do that, we can see how we have the 0.32 50% and 0.618 Fibonacci retracements, which are currently lining up exactly inside of this area, creating a confluence of support, which once again, we could expect this market to reject to the upside because inside of a confluence of support area, you could expect more institutional longing of a pair. And we will be speaking about institutional longing later on when we move to the commitment of traders. For now, let's drop down on the weekly time frame and see what we have. Well, from a weekly perspective, the situation is quite clear as well. We can notice how during all this impulse to the upside, there is only one candle that is not related to the move. So it is of a different color, which is exactly this candle here, which is previous weekly resistance, which is now turned support. And as the market is testing this support, we could expect more potential bullish continuation to be created away from this area. So the weekly time frame as well seems quite bullish. Dropping down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Well, from a daily perspective, I did speak about USDJPY just a few days ago. Actually, I spoke about it exactly when the market was around this area and explained all the reasons for which we could expect this move to the upside, which is in fact exactly what the market is currently doing. And by the way, I will link in the description that previous analysis so you can go and check it out for more free education. However, at the moment, what do we have? And we could be looking for the next potential move. Now, at the moment, before we dig deeper into what we have from a technical perspective, first, let's go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders. So what hedge funds and the big players in the market are doing. Now, if we check the data for the JPY, we can see how in the long run, institutions have been shorting the JPY aggressively. We went from having minus 55.5k net positions all the way down to having minus 135k net positions. So essentially net positions became 3 times smaller. Now, this means that essentially institutions in the long run are moving to the bearish side of the JPY, therefore making it weaker. So we could expect more potential weakness for the JPY, meaning that USDJPY should continue to get stronger. So keeping that into mind and moving back to the technical aspect of the market, what do we have? And by the way, if you still haven't, make sure that you join my free Telegram channel, which you find both on the screen and also linked in description, so you never miss new updates. Now, back to the chart. Now, in a situation like this, where we have resistance at this area, it is very important to notice that if the market will manage to break above this level of previous resistance would become support. Now, until the market will remain below this previous support and resistance, this level can easily be rejected to the downside. However, if and only if we get a break above, this previous resistance would become support. And if we get this break and retest, at that point, that is where we have very good probabilities of getting more institutional shorting of the JPY, which at that point would fuel a bullish JPY because every currency on the spot is traded against the USD. So if institutions are shorting the JPY, they're essentially longing USDJPY. So if we get this break on the retest, what would I expect? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily time frames combined with the COT data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best time frames for that are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market, at that point, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential push higher, completing this daily impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website, which you find linked in description. From here, in fact, you will have the possibility to gain access to my entire courses. You will also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one live private mentoring directly with me, the VIP market breakdowns with the Telegram signals, the COT data software, which is precisely the one that we used in this video, the trading station software, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. And if you continue to scroll down the website past the testimonials, you will see that you have the possibility to join and gain automatically access with email and password that you will create during the sign-up process. So I really suggest that you go and check it out as soon as possible. The link is in the description and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. Also, if you have any suggestions on any topics or pairs that you would like me to cover in the next videos, make sure to drop them in the comments below and I will see you in my next video.